Okay, flat out for this video, this is what I know about animation. Everything I know about animation, to the core, and the inspiration for this video is, why animation is really, really getting old at 30 alongside with reading, alongside, with having, elderly partners. Literally, I'm as old as the fucking Beastie Boys at the freaking dollar store, donut store, but more primarily, this was based off, how animation company was promised to me versus, how the animation, facts, fluctuated, throughout the 3 years that I've been trying, to get out of, the street football principle and why that is extremely childish, and well, why anime was in between adolescents and adults, but the reality of it is that animation is a job, animation is a principle. So this whole thing with fucking Luke Lily, fucking all these shows Lily, Primo Lily, and I looked it up by the way, the Glenn Quagmire, the Primo Lily. We talked about transvestite and back off. Lily. They literally changed it. Literally, they changed it, from Primo to pre-off. Okay, literally off. What point of any of that in any universe has to do with off literally when he specifically first said with accent, and you have to realize that is immature. Literally, you see how Bloods and scientists are art, that's immature. You need to admit something sometimes. Literally, and the realest part about this video and the reason why I'm going in detail, I'm gonna start off literally with double so I don't get confused, is that literally there's more than one voice actor for a cartoon character. And what does that do? Logically, that means it brings the character to life. You have multiple layers from multiple, cartoon characters, so this guy stand out more. Now, what I learned, literally, through Johnny Depp and Orlando Bloom in the Bermuda Triangle, literally, is that they have all this shit, right? They go literally to treacheries, literally fucking make sure literally the ad baby comes real, kill it in the sky, do everything literally so our child will believe it's real. And that's how you feel treat the animation, literally this and that. Where in reality, while school people on, it's an orientation, it's a real job. Literally, you go to school for animation. Literally, you become a voice actor. You just don't have a hookup on the street. Literally, this and that. That's what I got caught into. This is what this video is all about. Literally, I literally looked up on Facebook, literally the same character, literally with a different girl that is, hot by the way. Literally, that goes hand in hand. What I'm saying over and over and over again, but you weren't fucking there. My principle versus the early 2000s, after happening Murata, after happening Daniela, after actually surviving, public school, is that fucking these voice actors, died or nearly died because they held on to the fact that Dragon Ball Z was real at critical ages and had a fan base that had knowledge of full magic and shit, but didn't have the will to fight their uncle, but was an uncle in terms of integrity. Okay. So we're gonna start off literally with Luke. And what is Luke? Luke is a classic cartoon about me and Robert, not about me and Robert, but a white guy and a black guy in an animation. And it's called Luke and Theo. And Theo is just like me in high school. You see how Theo literally is just trying to chill. He's staying in fort, and he's not trying to get no trouble. He's correcting Luke, literally who's the horny bandit, literally who has his hair pierced up like Elvis Presley. And, there's a big, principle in that. What that means is that literally they have similar situation in real life, and they were both freshman year heavy, and the voice actors of Luke and Theo are both Bloods. Literally, so when they're doing this whole shit, with Amy, literally with Toucan, literally, that's one of the techniques that he uses is much similar to Mr. Young, literally just good enough to be a show, because if Mr. Interview uses it, where I stand at with NASA, literally, in the police, literally, is that literally I looked up a Mr. Interview, literally about something about Valentine's, Life and Times of Geopolity, but also, more alongside, he was talking about Canadian animations, and the loop came up, and that could be, somebody messing with a tree, but, in all reality, looped, the idea of it, if you don't through and through, is a genius animation because it has, miscellaneous things. It has twins. Lily has Sarah. It has Amy. Lily has multiple time skips. Lily has an Indian guy, and a white guy. The detectives like Elvis Presley. It has, in and out shit. But the meaning of that, Lily, is that's me, calculating what they're doing in order to make the show. Lily, as they are gang members in real life, Lily, like fucking Theo's fucking auntie saying, oh, he just licked the auntie phone when he said something. Lily, it's hella fucking funny. Lily, but in reality, literally, if you look at it by Mr. Intersides, it's a horrible TV show or a horrible TV rating, which is why it has Toucan, literally fucking a character really irrelevant at the moment. Literally is stupid. where you actually supposed to look at it when you're saying, when you stop all this voice acting shit without validating the company. Literally, how you're supposed to look at Loop is one of the worst cartoons ever. Literally, just, something up to get by. And we all know, literally, it's a trope, literally, animation that wears black characters, literally, only to put off of black people, but still make black people look like shit on the outside, literally, and then get in between like that, like it doesn't matter, all because they're big ass Luke. Okay, anyway, it's true. It's very fucking true. So what could be happening is my side and his side could be true, because that's literally how the killer made Cole Lyoko. Oh, these just little kids in the garage, man, this and that. Watch, there's gonna be a little Japanese school, there's gonna be a little fucking guy with fiery hair, looks like Dragon Ball Z. Literally, they could be doing that shit. It could be both a gang member and professional validation at the same time, and that can be made by Multiverse Theory. Now, where this idea for this whole video came from, fucking Dino Froze. Literally, it's fucking stupid. Literally, and Dino Froze is one of those shows I moved to The Rock. Literally, so when I'm talking about, Eric and Top, let's talk about how I got more into it. So how you were able to even fucking watch Dino Froze and the stupid ass graphics, literally, through blood. You know more about the animation, this and that, to work through because it was back to this and that. Now you can watch Dino Froze, literally. And now the theme song is epic instead of being generic. Now, literally, you don't have to fucking praise the animation go with your wife. You're getting further into animation when your uncle's fucking you up. Literally, this is that. But you learn more facts about it. Literally, you learn more about the subject in order for you to fucking get past it. Now you know all the characters. Now, Air's cool. Now, that guy's cool. Literally, now the other guy's cool. It looks like Kabuto Yakushi. Literally, and now, guess what ends up happening? Now you get tropes, literally. And then when Kara comes in is when you get the actual intention, when they actually say hip hop. Okay? Literally, so you go through all this fucking shit, learn how to be a blood. Literally, learn things expandable where you originally can't even see the fucking graphics. Literally, all the way to the fucking point. Literally, where there's a guy named Joss, a fat guy named Joss. And so when I kept on watching, then I got Jonah him, then I got him fighting over another guy, and now you get gossip with fucking Taya just literally saying that, oh, Joss, if you don't get over that, you'll still never figure out that she likes you. It's stupid. It's the stupidest shit in the whole wide world. I can't believe this shit. And that's a fucking delicacy, isn't it? Now you're waking up to this, and that, It's fucking, and this whole cartoon thing I you needs to stop. You need to stop really giving it so much fucking perspective. Literally, so when it came, actually, let's get to me, me. The voice actor, Goodbye, Ryoto, Zaf, and Nokia before I left. Literally, let's just say, really, really fucking say, they prepared me to say that you have to die in order to their fucking characters. They had to come back to life. You had to do this whole fucking loop thing, literally. And what you want to fucking learn that Uncle Tommy was fucking left, and I was mature. Literally, when they used the black room, it doesn't fucking work. Literally, because I was mature, I'm the one who gave him a book for Christmas. You want to go into that? Okay. Anyway, let's get real. Literally, this animation thing, literally, it's so out of hand. Literally, so what's happening, what happened after, literally, with so much shit understandable. You can even, show up on random times at Beck Bottle. Literally, it looks like Click 5 Jenny. It looks like the adventure you just had with your friends. Now, let's be serious, from Bat all the way to this year, literally, and even Bloods felt that shit. Oh, the fucking Bat, what's this going to do? It's actually a big one. It's actually progressive. It's actually a life goal. You didn't give a shit. You didn't give a shit, literally, because I was blood spewing through it. You fucking gave up, that's the fucking real, and that was the exact same thing, and the real, how fucked up this has become, literally, ever since Backpack, this is that. So what happened there is that you get, these moments, literally, of, just random cartoons being good, something that you would normally never watch, and the understand becomes great, even to the point where you watched when I was your age, literally, and now we get, Phineas and Ferb. What Phineas and Ferb does, like, very literally, is it gives me a fucking Ember Cream, literally, with Candace, fucking Phineas, you fucking winghead, fucking Ferb, literally, fucking, Candace's girl looks like Amy, literally, paying the platypus for that's not fucking good, this from that, over and over and over again. Literally, so, Phineas and Ferb gives me, the go-to, literally, the Ember Cream, and guess what ends up happening? This ends up getting so bored, I end up understanding, because of pushing the anime side by side, that I end up literally watching bits and pieces of Big City Greens. All the way to the point, literally, where I'm trying to make it a commercial. Guess what happened? Literally, when I made the commercial, you did Big City Diarrhea. Literally, I get by it, a piece of animation. I hate this shit. I was promised my own fucking anime. Goodbye, and Christmas stab at all that shit. You don't fucking get it. Literally, so that's a summary. That's a summary of what's fucking going on. I'm really mad out of my fucking mind because you don't understand, literally, that she would post how smart I was. Literally, now you don't understand that I'm working with actual fucking criminals. That when you score higher than them, literally, fucking, you can't get impressive validation until they change. You can't. It's stupid. I trapped myself, but guess what? You took advantage of my maturity again. Now, another video that's coming up today alongside my song, Lily, is CC about a relationship with a woman. Lily, what I know about, a special ed teacher. Lily, not just that, but CC, the green haired girl in Code Geass. Lily, every time I cosplay, she complimenting me, Lily, this and that. Lily, and there's a rack of some sort. Lily, I don't know about hanging clothes or anything, but, the main part about that is that's my next video, Lily, about how they never, left me hung. And, and be a truth, the reason why I'm saying that is in between all this fucking, old woman, all this fucking cartoon watching, literally, they try to inflict pain like junior high. Like, oh, Allie did this and that when I have a kid with her. That's the main meaning for this fucking video. Literally, when all this fucking shit happens, literally, you don't get it. You don't get it, do you? I'm not in control of fucking anything, but the truth of it is, they do this and that. I'm like, autism literally is when you get this and that, because what I did was I had a low functioning autism. I stopped trying to do hard literally in my early 20s. Literally, I didn't, fucking care. But in high school, I cared, immensely, compared to fucking what's the advantages of my A sport, but in actuality, because what I recognize is you wanting pussy is putting two together, and cops get mad, because the cops go out of your way to make you insane. Literally, they want you to be insane. They don't want you literally to fucking have, shit one, two together. Like, one shit I was trying to make with a green video was literally trying to say, literally, the psychology of fucking, literally, you see how they make you work a lot? You see how it's not, a 1-2 clicking? Literally, you see how it's never gonna be, 1,000 fucking women fucking every day like Omar? Literally, you see if it is better or not? Literally, you saw what we wanted my kids? Literally, it's true. It's true. Literally, the main fucking aspect of it, literally, oh, that's why I get you sexually mature, Adrian, literally, is that you don't understand. They bring it back, because what did I do? What led to you not being social? What led to you not playing sports and not liking girls in junior high, locking them out of nowhere? Watching cartoons, literally, people who watch cartoons on social, literally, that's the meaning of this video. People who watch cartoons, literally, stay in their own little room, this and that, and then I explained that at Alpha Omega, me personally, through a purple hair, saying, now all of a sudden you want people, now when you want people, literally, something fights back, literally, now you get point after point. That's what I've been doing. I'm the one who told you that. I'm the one who told you that you were okay if your own little world until standard came in. And cops and people like Miss Grandpa go out of the way to say that your own little world is better than people where it isn't. People correct you. People correct you with skateboarding. And since I had Asperger's, I wasn't fully corrected until skateboarding came into play. And that's what pisses off, literally, fucking literally. And I think about this shit all fucking day. I have no problem with women today. I'm a black and fucking Latina, literally. And then it goes on to a point, literally, where it's like, oh, whatever your social pain, where Allie, whatever this and that, whatever you couldn't socialize, whatever this and that, and literally, and I think about every single therapist being, you have autism, then it brings back to my mom, literally, when she had a therapist being while I was a junior year, literally saying that, oh, his social skills are way below his age, literally, with the fucking echo of two, literally saying that you're still focused on your own world, or other people are focused on work. So I told you through that I rebelled to Anthony Perry, that I was a gorilla, that I was skateboarding, that I was grabbing bitches, and you didn't fucking get it. That I was going in between transitions of work in school in order to receive dopamine, and that's when we have the black, strong African genetic. And nobody wants to listen, okay? It's true. It's out of this fucking world. Literally, I know Cole Yoko, those niggas, literally are gorillas that fucking play a garage band. I know all that shit. And fucking, it's true. It's true and fucking true, literally, and that's why technically what I'm doing is less, but it is more if you're being sane. That's why every time I do a high kick with Akari, literally, it's expanding, for something sane, but literally, the formula, by itself with no validation is insane. So what does that do? That means nothing. Literally, that's why I do all this high tier shit every day. Literally, my mom says one thing, and it fucks me up. Okay? So, let's be real, Lily. I think about this is that, Lily. Like, every time I really with their therapist, mom, and baby, look at the little kid. Well, I'm the most social today. It's awful. It's awful, because people betray each other. People get fucking deep. Literally, so it made me, flat out say this morning, man, when you want to, stop socializing this and that, and the only reason you want to socialize for physical reasons, literally, basically, just admit it translates to rape. You have to really get out of there. You have to literally get your mind straight and recognize that literally fucking that animation literally is a fucking profit. Literally that is a business. When you double buy, nothing gets done. Literally, so when you fucking put me in a situation, you blow yourself up for a couple of children. Literally, it's true. That's absolutely true, literally. And I feel it for a second. I'd be like, hey, shut the fuck up. Literally, it's crazy. It's insane. So, literally, you need to, stop being, readable in cartoon and finally start seeing me down to earth. So, like I said, that in the green video, and then you get your song. This is, Bootrix, and I'm out.